Boom. Hello, everybody. All right. This is been a bit. It's been about a week for Hard Drive 32, channel dedicated to 32-bit games and making one myself. And that's very early stages here, learning how to do art and all those kind of things. My personal history is I've been an art director at a mobile video game company for 5 years, and then after that I was an art director at a regional magazine. So I've got like kind of a history in both game design and graphic design. And yeah, so in the gap since last time we streamed, I had a vacation, which was the first time I've done that in 4 years, which was so awesome. It's been it's been a crazy year for just everybody in general. I don't know what it is. More than just COVID, it just seems like these past couple of years have been super duper stressful. And so that vacation was like the complete recharge that I needed. I'm not the type typically to like relaxing vacations. I'm kind of like an adventure vacationer type. I like mountains more than beaches. But I will say visiting Florida, specifically Destin, was really nice. I got to take my 2 kiddos with me, and I got Leon and Lucian, 2 little boys. One is 3, the other is about 9 months old. They're super duper sweet, and we had this big huge house packed with like 26 other people, which were like family members. And we just all honestly, we just played on the beach. We didn't even really go out at all. It was my first time taking kiddos on a vacation like that, and that long kind of trip, and they did splendidly, and it was their first time at their ocean, and it was a really good time. And just seeing my kiddo interact on the beach or play with like his cousins and nieces and nephews, just awesome. So it was like helped calm the soul and kind of reset myself. And yeah, it was also nice to get out of Missouri for a bit, as Missouri's been kind of crazy too with COVID. So it was nice to go, oddly enough, go to Florida, which has less case numbers. I don't want to not going to go dark. Things will get better over time. But just want to say how good that vacation was and how nice it was for me to get re-energized. And so yeah, in that gap, we bought a bunch of stuff on Amazon Prime, one of which was the Huion, or Huawei. It was a Huawei Canvas 20 display tablet, which let me do 2 things. One, I'll pop open the Amazon thing just to show you guys what it looks like, but then I'll also like turn the camera over so you can see it that way too. It's pretty sick, gotta say. Before the stream started, I did some test drawing on it. I was initially gonna just immediately jump into drawing Dingy for 3D modeling. I might spend today's stream honestly practicing drawing on it. Boy, my goodness, guys, like the difference between drawing on a Wacom tablet to drawing on a display tablet, it's night and day. I mean, it's been years. I used to, at my old job, we did have a Cintiq, which is, fantastic. And it was like $3,000, fantastic. But even still, I'd forgotten how much easier and quicker and responsive and all sorts of things drawing on a display tablet is. Because, like, just when I was practicing before stream started, I kept compensating for the tablet. I know that sounds weird, but I'm so used to drawing on a display tablet. I'm not used to the one-to-one of I put pen down, it is line. Like, it's like where my hand is, where the line is. I kind of gotten used to how inaccurate and how much I have to guess where I am actually drawing. So that was like, it's a wild and different experience. Let's see here. But here is the Amazon listing for what I got. Bam. Yeah, 20-inch canvas, so here's a device that I saw. So for years I've been watching reviews for these things, so they've generally gotten really good reviews from online channels and other artists. However, things I was going to tell you guys: 1, people always generally recommend to never go below 16 inches for the display tablet, and the reason why is your hand is going to block so much display. Your hand is going to block so much of your controls on Photoshop and all those kind of things. So even though it's $369 for this 20-inch one, after just a little bit of use, I can totally understand why people would recommend that size of tablet. I would do the same thing. I would recommend, if you guys want to get a whole a display tablet, please get one that's at least above 16 inches, because your big old paws are going to cover things up. And I think honestly, for the cost, boy, I am so impressed by the build quality and the screen. I did buy the warranty just in case anything happens, but like, so here's this, you know, the price is $370 on Amazon for this, just to give comparison. Wacom Cintiq Pro 24, which, you know, are this Pro 24. There's Canvas again, Canvas. Do they not? Oh, here you go. I mean, it's 4K, it's insane display. So, I mean, it's fantastic for its quality, but just to give an example, this one is 24 inches and it is $2,499. So if you don't got the budget to buy that, don't feel bad. Totally go get the Huawei. You won't be disappointed. It's pretty darn awesome. And yeah, I'll tip my display adapter down, or not my display adapter, my webcam, so you guys can see this. Let's see if I can do this right. Ooh, what are you gonna see? Where's the tablet? Oh god. Oh no. There she is. Oh, it's kind of hard to see. That's okay. I don't have to worry too much. Yeah, it's fantastic. And like I said, I think I need to spend a day getting used to it, unlike what I initially thought I could just jump from the tablet to this. And they are way different. So today's stream is going to be figure drawing. Going to do probably one focus drawing near the end. But we're just going to spend 2 hours having fun with my new toy. Get used to it, and then that will let me next stream work really well with it. So yeah, so if you guys like the drawings today, if you're having fun, stay here, check it out, subscribe, like, comment. I'm trying to do this daily on the weekdays, and love to see you here on future streams too. All right, let's see if I got my streaming set up okay as far as getting a drawing tablet up. There we go. Okay, now it looks to be working okay. That's awesome. So got that up here. And now, y'all, let's see here. My audio is good. I want to make sure everything's going a-okay with you guys before I start. All right, and I'm going issues with my stream. Okay, it was telling me I was having performance issues. Let me get a little music going for me here. And I do have kiddos sleeping in the other room. I might have to duck out every once in a while just to take care of those little cuties. Sadly, is what it is. But you know, I do have my babysitter here coming soon to help watch kiddos during this time. All right, let's start figure drawing. Yeah, this is like a whole new experience, you guys. So the way it works is I'm on a website called Line of Action, which I'll link in chat. And what it does is it serves you up images of figure drawing. And if you set it to class mode, the figure drawings, you know, start out at like 30 seconds and then they eventually move on to being longer and longer. And you may be wondering, bro, why don't you show me the figure drawing? And it's because I have set it to show both clothed and unclothed models, because the truth is, if you guys want to get better at drawing, highly recommend practicing with nude figure drawing, especially at first, because until you know anatomy properly, it's hard to read those forms, to know like what's going on as far as the body goes, and also perspective as well. So these are very fast drawings. I gotta draw a little faster here. So no worries at first for like, what the heck is he drawing? Like, for example, this is a baby drinking from a bottle. This is almost like Pictionary. Good luck you guys guessing what the hell I'm drawing. But the drawing times are gonna get longer and longer as we go. Yeah, I wish I could show you guys the figure drawing stuff, but unfortunately I just know that YouTube algorithm would not take kindly to nude figure drawing. But as we go, you'll get more of the figures because I'll get more time to draw on each one. Also, it looks like I'm drawing a bunch of gourds or fruit and not humans. We're getting there. Part of this speed too is I'm just trying to improve my foundation lines, like lines which imply the most amount of form. And so that way I get better at drawing things quicker, which saves me a time. Yeah, it's just crazy drawing on these tablets because it's just one-to-one. It's like drawing with a pen and paper. It's just so... I'm not used to that. I've done so much digital drawing on a tablet. Oh, for example, guys, I didn't even realize this was a longer drawing. This is one of the... This is what I was saying with this website, Light of Action. They give you longer and longer drawing time. And that's what's great about this type of practice is I was drawing so quickly because I thought I had so little time that I have more time now to fill in the volumes and forms. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. What's funny is I always find like the more static poses, like people lying down, to be just a little more difficult than the other poses. Because they're just so static, they don't have an obvious movement going on. It like really throws with my brain. I don't know about you guys. If anyone else has that problem where the more static figures are more difficult. Aw, that's a cute photo. This is a girl sitting and drinking water. Quick tips I can always give someone. Ladies' hips are always wider than men's, in case you're wondering why your guy or girl doesn't quite look the way they should. Because 9 times out of 10, you know, guys got those hips that match the shoulder width, and ladies have hips that are bigger than their shoulders. And it's easy to forget that, but if you're ever wondering why something looks particularly mannish or not quite what you want, then that may be the reason why. Okay. Darn, I was really enjoying that pose. It's okay, I'll get more time as I go. For example, do you guys know if I'm drawing a guy or girl yet? No, because I haven't drawn his hips yet, but there you go. Also, sometime on stream, I want to play for you guys. I use Ring Fit as my exercise method to lose weight at the beginning of this year, and I would love to play on stream some Ring Fit. And for those that don't know, it's like the latest, well, not even necessarily the latest. It came out, I think, a couple years ago, but thanks to COVID, you know, really blew up this year. But it's from Nintendo. It's their newest fitness game. It uses what's known as a Pilates ring, which is kind of like a resistance ring. And you go on this great little RPG adventure where you use working out to fight monsters and stuff. And boy, guys, it's a legit workout. I love it. I don't know what to do with that arm. It's a bad looking arm. That's good. Also, I love drawing, guys. I don't know why, man. I can't get over drawing muscles. That's why I like, on my personal Instagram channel, you'll see that I drew a lot of characters from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And it's because they're really beefy boys. I like drawing beefy boys, beefy girls. Something about the muscles, it helps my brain connect how the body is, you know, angled and moved. I can just see the human form so much better when they've got those muscles there to help imply. I've got a butt. Follow this artist. I can't remember who they were on Instagram, but they love drawing feet, and I wish I had their love because I don't. I hate drawing feet. No, thank you, my guys. Feet are just like weird little alien extensions of our body. Dude, this is so much fun already. I love drawing, yes I do. Yeah, I hope via this channel you guys see me slowly improve and you're like, oh my gosh, I could do it too. This guy was drawing so bad at first and now he's like an incredible artist. Not yet anyways, but one day. Okay, so parts of this drawing that are a little confused. This way his butt's connected to everything else. Like which leg's in front of the other. So this should be like, oh, I hear a kiddo moving even though they shouldn't be out and about. We'll see if, guys, I have to take a break to go get a kiddo in trouble. My sweet little kid. Just wanting to play. Okay, next drawing. One thing I want to try to start doing too is just playing with proportions. So I start developing my own style. because I have an easy time drawing what's there, and I fight trying to draw what isn't there. So I'm always impressed by other artists when they're able to do stylized characters so easily. Also, the girl I'm drawing right now is thicker. Never really had to draw. I don't draw thick, you know, most figure drawing sites don't serve you up thick women, which sucks because, like, it's an art you got to learn how to do. And I do think it's a really disappointing how, like, larger proportion characters just aren't as common in art. And whenever they are in art, they're just kind of like drawn to be kind of hideous or for, you know, put in a negative light. So that's not what I want to do with, especially the character I'm drawing, or the figure I'm drawing for the moment. I want to find beauty in everyone's shape. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't want to convey totally negative stereotypes about people's figure, which happens way too often in art. Though I'm not like the type of person who's, there's a kind of a class of people that think that, unfortunately, that we shouldn't worry about body size at all. My thing is, be whatever size you want, but try to exercise. Because one thing they've shown statistically is that, I think it's as long as you exercise, not even a lot, as long as you exercise like a little bit, I can't remember the exact amount. I think it's like just 40 minutes a day, 40 to 45 minutes a day of strong physical activity, then you gain 75% of the benefits of someone who exercises frequently. So I'm like, people, love yourself, be whatever shape you are, just make sure to get enough exercise so that way later in life you're still enjoying your life. You know what I mean? That's the way I view it. Anyways, when it comes to health, it's just like, love yourself no matter what shape you are, and just make sure you get enough exercise. That way, you have a happy second half of your life when you're older. Not about being thin, it's just about having good heart health. No. Curious what you guys think on that topic. What do we got time-wise? Okay, I got 1:21 on this drawing. It's a little bit more of a challenge just because, you know, like I said, it's a little bit larger girl, so I'll draw the boobs in. Okay. Let's see, what kind of things can I do now? Section. Yeah. Thanks again for being here at Hard Drive. Watch me test out this tablet, do some art. And like I said, as this stream goes on, the timer will go on longer, and we'll be able to draw more concentrated drawings, which is really exciting. But already I'm in love with having a tablet, you guys. Definitely recommend it if any of you guys do digital art. And I got mine on Amazon Prime deal, so it's like typically $359, but when I got it, it was $260, and $260 for like, dude, that's like, it's crazy. That's the same price as a monitor. Just, and yeah, it's this drawing tablet, just wild. Okay, next one. By the way, guys, I'm still playing through Final Fantasy VII. I am so impressed by that game. I did not love it at first because there was just so much filler content within it, which really dragged me out. say the first 4 hours of that, or first 6 hours, do that game a disservice of what it does become about the 8-hour mark. So if you guys are curious about the remake, if you love the original, I would definitely recommend give it a play, because it does change things up from the original game, which for some people is sacrilege. For me, I really appreciate what they did, because they fleshed out the characters and really matured their storytelling quite a lot. And just kind of came at it from, you know, just a more mature adult perspective. You think about a lot of the people that worked in the original Final Fantasy VII, they're in their 20s. They were in their 20s and stuff like that. And now they're probably in their 30s or 40s. And they've lived a lot more life. And it really shows in this game. It's just so much more mature. Whew, I really borked this drawing. We're going to keep it going, though. Let's see what we can save out of it. Yeah, where I messed up, I think, is I drew the background instead of the foreground first. That definitely seems to be what I would recommend people do. The line of action, which is like the flow of the form, and then after that, do the foreground, foreground objects, so that way you can have a basis of comparison to the background, and then after that, do background objects. I did the reverse, and so things are a little bit borked here. Not terribly so, just a little bit. Made things harder, that's for sure. Yeah, and so, like I said, today is going to be dedicated to getting used to this tablet before I jump back into Dingy. I initially was just like, psh, be nothing to adjust this thing, and I'll roll on to Dingy and do 3 modeling. Not quite the case. It's a little bit harder than I thought to do this, switch to the display tablet. I love it, though. Let me tell you, I love it. Okay. So he's balancing with this other arm out here. Feel free to ask any questions in chat or cheer me on. Always appreciate it. And the love. Oh, it's okay, you guys. My wife just sent me a bunch of messages of things to do. She's my Pepper Potts. Though I'm not as cool as Iron Man, let me tell you. But she keeps our household running. She's amazing. She is a smart cookie, my wife. We've always joked around that I am Watson and she is Sherlock. She is super duper intelligent. Doesn't even realize how intelligent she is. Very humble, very caring. And she's always looking at for her family. She's wonderful. She's a sweetheart. I'm more of the romantic part of the family, and I'm the one who gets the tasks done, but she does too. She gets a ton of things done too, like a mass of things done. But I'm the doofus who helps back her up as the worker, the layman. Doing a redraw of this pose because I did not like it, and I got actually quite a bit of time on this pose, which is great. When you got a bad pose, don't keep working on it. I worked on the other one just so I could learn the lessons from it. But I mean, if you're at a level where you understand better than I do, even that what you're drawing at the moment just isn't going to work out, just go ahead and stop on it. Also, in regards to the channel, I do plan to do more kind of story content here soon. and really pumped about that. Just going to kind of get into doing focus videos that tell story of like who I am and provide tutorials for you guys. Probably a mix of both graphic design and game stuff, and just kind of provide like what I can. I feel like for me, I've always been like to be an educator. So one thing I did do before I made the switch to freelance, I did work as an online teacher for Unity. So I taught people how to make Unity games, and it was just, man, it was the best experience. I just loved it. I almost cried the one day I left. Really, like, I just kind of really like helping others. It was actually my problem in school when I was in college. I would always procrastinate by helping others complete their projects, which was cool. I mean, it got me in a role where, for example, if a teacher was sick in college, I would help teach their course. If it was, a topic I was good, had enough skill in, and if the students were at a good point for that. And what was the other thing? Oh, and then like I did AIGA, which those that don't know is American Institute of Graphic Arts, and it's kind of like the biggest graphic design group in the nation. Also, I hope I didn't mess up the acronym. I might have, but no, it's like the biggest in the nation, biggest in the world. And if you're a graphic designer, I definitely recommend joining it because, I here locally where I am in Springfield, Missouri, there is a group that does kind of what AIGA does, like helps artists, and they do a good job. They do a good job, all considering, but they just don't have like say the level of resources that an AIGA has, and that's where, like if you're a small town and you want to connect with other graphic designers outside of where you are, definitely recommend AIGA. And then if you're in video games, the place I'd recommend is Gamma Sutra. And Gamma Sutra is a website that does the GDC conference, the Game Developers Conference. And they are more, I would say, like analytical than, say, other websites, Polygon or Penny Arcade, or really any gaming website. They are dedicated to the nitty-gritty details on how to make a video game. So go to Gamma Sutra if you want to get a real deep dive into game development processes. And the other thing is they have forums on there, and they have job posting boards, and like they're very good about reaching out and trying to help people. Let's get this guy's ears on real quick. It's weird that I typically would have to zoom in and do these details, and it still would be a good idea for me to zoom in, but I've never been able to draw like this level of detail before. This is great. Okay. Big muscles. Okay. Let's go and make another thing here. Pause my drawing for 1 second, y'all. And let's see here. Get a cool pose for it. Go. 1 second, guys. Okay. Pausing for a second. I'm going to listen for the kiddos, probably refill my drink of coffee, and I'll be right back, and we'll continue drawing. So I will see you guys here in just like 1 or 2 minutes. All right, let's go. Matches my metal music. May not match my background music I currently got. Ugh. Energy drink. Whew. Yeah. Let's test the lighting here. See what the lighting looks better on the face. Okay. All right, guys. Let me check one thing. I've got messages. Let's see what's up here. Nothing major. Then we'll get back to drawing here. I think we're good to roll. Okay. Boom. Making sure my chat stuff all works here. Monitoring my chat via the phone here. Okay. Let's go, peeps. Let's keep working on this. I'm feeling pretty good about the drawing stuff. I might transition over to Dingy today. I think I'm gonna do one more figure drawing practice here. And take things from there. And so you guys can hear me okay. Perfect. All right, back to... Oh, silly shortcut key. Why aren't you working? There we go. That works either way. Let's see here. All right. Also, should I zoom in on my cam? Oh, I can't adjust the setting right now. I think I should zoom in on my face a little bit more now that I'm drawing this far away. Okay. Boom. Let's get us a cool drawing here. Whoa. Which is a simple standing pose. Let's do that. Oh yeah, we're up and running. Oop. Make sure I can see stream too. Juggling so many things on one monitor. There we go. All right. And play. got it? Okay. Always trying to kind of experiment while I'm drawing on here. Oof. Let's go. Oh, it's like I'm drawing a monster. Didn't even look like a human. This one, definitely get another draw here in a second. I might erase the parts I don't like. Let's see. Sometimes you experiment on a drawing and it does not work out, and that's all right, y'all. That's just part of the process. It's all about learning. Oh man, also I saw a YouTube video of this guy who did level design work with Unity, and he followed along with a Bob Ross to make the level design, and that just, I might try that on the channel. So when I was working at a game studio, I'd say a big thing was working in environment stuff. I did a lot of level design. Ended up helping make like nearly 120 levels for one game. And so I got the Unity tool set pretty well down when it comes to working on environments. It was like my specialty. So I could definitely have fun on one of these here streams and make like a Bob Ross painting, maybe. Just use some like found assets and try that. Okay. Oh, by the way, guys, my kid totally did sneak out of his room, but thankfully the sitter had arrived to help watch him. Little munchkin. 3 and he's up to no good. I was the same way though, man. I always snuck out of my room during nap time. There was actually, my parents got so frustrated by how much I snuck out of my room that they constructed a tower of chairs, and the chairs blocked both my door and the hallway out of there, so that way I couldn't, easily make it out of my room without making quite a little bit of noise and notify him. But I, like a ninja, I jumped right through those chairs, just like Bayonetta or Dante or some action game character. I jumped right through those chairs to get out. Did not disturb a single one to escape. And then proceed to get back in that room before they'd see I was gone. The thing is, I'm drawing a character, a girl that's a little bit heavier set, but I'm trying to do the proportions of Hideki Ishikawa, the Mega Man guy. So his characters are very high-waisted, very high-waisted. And it's not making her look particularly... we'll see what I can do. Doesn't resemble who I want it to. Things just look off. What did I do wrong? I took a break. I walked out of the room. I think my mistake was walking out of the room and taking a break. It just looks bad. Okay. Gotta more consciously draw this here. Oh, I just realized something too. I'm gonna pause this for a second. When I draw, I'm gonna move my cam setting or cam location just a bit. As I realized for you guys, my camera is like covers up a good portion of my drawings. Let me do a quick adjustment for you guys, if you don't mind. Let me make sure you guys can see this a little bit better. 730. 780. There we go. I'm just gonna cover up less of the drawing for you guys, and eventually I might move it in the bottom left. I should move it to the bottom left right now. Hi guys, I'm over here now. Okay. What do you guys think about that? I think it's a little bit better. Let you guys see me while I'm drawing, so. Okay. Back to what I was doing here. Give you guys better perspective on everything while I'm working. So what I'm doing with this third attempt to draw this girl is actually trying to focus on the gaps. Like, so the gaps between her legs, for example. The negative space. The space where there is nothing. And see if I can't better construct her figure this way by focusing more on the silhouette. Mm-hmm. I hope I'm not. Oh, I've only got a minute left. I'm starting to feel a little bit proud of this version. I gotta admit, guys, I'm a little bit happier with this drawing. Also, I need to get back to drawing more less smooth lines. It's better to go not use smooth lines in the figure drawing stage because you're trying to get the perspective right. I mean, once you're good enough, you can just skip. That's so much. Once you're good enough, you can skip almost any of the steps I'm having to take. But I am not at the stage of other artists quite yet. So I need these kind of like guides and tools to figure out what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, I ran out of time, amigos. Ugh, killing me, killing me. Give me a second here. I'm gonna go back. I want to finish part of this. I have a tendency to draw the knees too high up. The knees should be like down here. I mean, that's something where I could probably look up the kind of the general human proportion and find out where I should be putting the knees relative to the arm length. These are off. Getting better. Okay. I'm just giving her a butt. Helped a little bit. Made her look a little more defined as far as like her form. Okay, you guys, I think I'm gonna focus on this one. So I have a 20-minute drawing I gotta do on this app, and I think I'm gonna do this one for it. It's a cool pose. I think it looks great. I'm gonna do this one. Also, I just realized she's partially closed enough that I probably won't be demonetized if I show you what I'm drawing here in a second. I'll give you an idea what I'm working off of here. See? And a reminder that this is the website line of action I'm working off of. It serves you up random figure drawing images so we can practice. I recommend it to everybody when I learn to do character design stuff. Some really confused parts of perspective here going on. I'll show you what I perceive to be the problem areas currently. Okay. She looks like a weird monkey. I don't know how I achieved that. I think this is where a redraw is in order, y'all. We'll see. I have to take another approach at our figure again. But we'll at least get this almost to completion. And I'll show you guys what I'm doing here. I almost want to post it on Instagram and be like, what am I doing wrong? So I love that kind of feedback. Bobby Hill, what's wrong with you? Let's see here. Which I tried watching King of the Hill again here recently. It's good. It's a little too real for what the world is like right now. But it's still pretty funny even nowadays. But. Okay. Oops. Okay. As I draw things over, she's looking better. I'll go ahead. I'm gonna pause my drawings so I can show you guys. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to draw, which shouldn't get me demonetized. Not that I'm earning money at the moment anyway, so what does it matter? Looks like she was wearing nothing when I switched over the cam. But yeah, so this is what I'm drawing for the moment. And let me yeah, I'll leave my camera where it is. Nope, I can't take it. I'm gonna move where my camera is towards like the other one. Let me see here. One moment, y'all. I want to make sure I get this right. This one. 790. There we go. Okay, now the same location. But yeah, so this is the figure I'm trying to draw. Here's mine. I'll zoom in a little bit. So, I mean, what we got going on here? Things I perceive, what I think's wrong, which who knows? We'll see. Let me get a good color here. Okay. So from what I see, this should be further out here because there's like an issue where the perspective is like wrong on these shoulders. And then they come down. The butt should be higher, actually. The shoulder should honestly go to like here, because it's like chest, that. Okay. Now I'll show you guys the original drawing again, get your feedback. Also, it looks like her leg is more flat here. And even though the arms are messed up, I'll probably address those with a redraw. Okay. So that's that. That's the corrections I see. Problems being twist to the shoulders, waist height, and then positioning this back leg here. That's what I'm thinking. And here's the original one again, so you guys can see, compare. That one. And I'll turn off my correction lines. That. Let me see if I can save this image. Dang, I can't. Sorry, I got another way I can do this. All right. There you go. There we go. Let's see if I can get it about the same height. It looks like I need to lower the midline of her waist, actually. Tilt the shoulders more. Okay. Game plan set. Let's try it. Oh, and let me go ahead and link in chat. This is good. Just give myself a little breather. I'm gonna link in chat for you guys. This is the website I'm using to practice on. It's just awesome. I'll put it in the video info later too. Yeah, awesome figure drawing site. Totally recommends. There you go. Okay, so for today, we'll complete this drawing of this girl for the next 13 minutes and then probably call it a wrap for today. And, you know, after that, I'll see you guys tomorrow. But if you enjoyed it so far, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Go on the Hard Drive 32 Instagram channel. Follow there. Would love it and appreciate it. Want to grow the Instagram so that we can connect with other artists and game designers and so on. And yeah, that's all I was going to say there. Back to this here. Let's lower the opacity of this to 20. Okay. Let's try this again here. You know, what's kind of nice is drawing fuller figures is just extra challenge because guys, for example, you can just read their muscles and then get kind of like a better definition of perspective. But with ladies, you don't quite get that just because they're a little bit softer typically. They don't have to be that way, but typically. So I'm drawing her a little bit thinner than what she actually is just because I want to get the base correct. So that way I can connect everything a little better. Not sold on that leg. Let's erase it. Not gonna keep going if the leg looks bad there. I think you can do if you are working on cylinders and you have very definite lines, you can always do this to help understand the shape a little bit better. Make the other one a little less visible so it doesn't influence my drawing too much. It's a real easy thing to happen. Is your other drawing, your under drawing can influence you in ways that are negative. I freaking wish I could rip my Control-Z keys off. Dude, man. That is something, as probably anyone can attest, there's so much, when you're using a tablet to draw, it's constantly this like, Control-Z, Control-Z, Control-Z. Wow, you know what? Here's a perfect test. Let me draw a circle, y'all. I drew an egg. It's still better than I typically draw, though. Yeah, anyone can attest to who's driven or drawn with a tablet. Circles are the bane of your existence. Just because you're guessing how to draw a perfect form. Oh, speaking of circles, kind of. I bought a manga called Uzumaki, which is by Junji Ito, a horror artist, while I was on vacation. I go to sleep reading horror manga. It's like my thing. Man, I had watched the Uzumaki, which means spiral in Japanese. I had watched the Uzumaki movie back in 2006, maybe. It was a great little horror movie. The basic premise of it is there's this town that's cursed by spirals, and everyone's become obsessed with spirals. And so they don't even all like off themselves, you know, just oh, as soon as Windows Control-C. Yes. Yeah, it is indeed Control-C. That's always the thing, too. I'll get back to Spiral here in a second, but when people are learning going to Windows to Mac, just whatever your Mac shortcut key was, just switch it out with Control, and you should be okay most of the time. And that was like, dude, man. In college, when I got to a college that was really design focused, they only had Macs, and I was like for decades a Windows user. My first semester was a literal nightmare, y'all. Like, I didn't know how to do anything on a Mac, and I was just flipping out. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna be able to get my assignments done because I just don't even know how to use a Mac. And they're awesome now. I got used to them. There's nothing wrong with a Mac. They're so good. I'll admit I miss my Mac a little bit. But I've gone to greener gamer pastures. I have to be on the Windows side of things to play my video games. Yeah, and back to that manga, Spiral. So, you know, people obsessed with spirals and so on and so forth. So there's all these crazy, funny, interesting horror short stories about people dealing with spirals. Like, there's like a short story about people suddenly transforming into snails because of the snail shell is a spiral. Or like one guy gets hit by a car and he gets caught in the wheel and he looks like a spiral after he dies. Really, just Junji Ito. Junji Ito, as a horror manga artist, he does kind of very traditional horror stuff that, like, if any of you were growing up and you read Edward Gorey, children's books, like children's horror books. His big thing was scary stories to tell in the dark. They did a movie on it recently, but he did all traditional ghost stories, traditional stuff like that. And that's how I would describe Junji Ito. Is it's like old school horror, not new school. It's very old traditional ghost stories, folk tales, all those kinds of things. And Spiral is no exception to it being awesome. It is very messed up, and it's what's cool about it is it does the eldritch horror thing like Cthulhu, but I am always, I always see like something Cthulhu related, and it's just by some geeky fan who's a fan of Cthulhu, but they don't get it. They just don't. What they think is eldritch horror and scary is it's got a bunch of tentacles and a bunch of eyes, and it makes people's heads explode, and that's eldritch horror. But that's not, in my opinion, what eldritch horror is. What like H.P. Lovecraft is getting at is his horror is very much like an obsession with something that would lead to your destruction. So like a fascination with something, and usually in his stories, like a fascination with like the research of some ancient elder god. And it's like the character's unable to give up their obsessions until it destroys themselves or drives them mad. And to me, that is what a good H.P. Lovecraft thing should be. It doesn't even have to be like involve tentacled creatures. It just needs to have the idea of there is some greater plane of existence, and just us puny humans looking at it and getting obsessed with it is dangerous. And that's what Junji Ito does. A lot of his stories will involve that kind of concept. Is like, that's his horror is characters are investigating something, can't stop investigating it, and either they escape it in the end or they don't. And man, Spiral is no exception with that. But it's what I want to compliment is that it's not too much. It's not spoiler. I'm gonna call it not spoiler. Yeah, it is revealed near the end that there is the work of an elder god, which is why that town's cursed. But once it's all revealed, I have never experienced something that nails that H.P. Lovecraft vibe of like giving the impression of like humans encountering something otherworldly that is incredibly dangerous. Yeah, it's great. I can't recommend it enough. Oh, I'll probably drop in the chat. Cartoon Network is actually doing an anime version of Uzumaki, that manga I just read, and they're putting in a ton of money, like a shit ton of money. It's black and white. It's incredibly gorgeous. It's coming out in 2022. It's been in development for 5 years. They just released an additional trailer for it, and not only that, they got the American horror composer. I can't remember his name, but he did the soundtracks for the horror movies Hereditary and Midsommar and most of the Ari Aster films. So it's got this the anime, the cartoon has this wild soundtrack. Yeah, you guys, it's gonna be really good. So if you want to read the manga before the Cartoon Network thing comes out, I highly recommend it. It's not really gory. That's the one thing, if you guys are interested in Junji Ito, he doesn't do gory stuff typically. He does scary imagery, yes, but he's not one of those people that revels in gruesome horror. So I really recommend it. If you can take the spooky things. It's taken like 3 redraws, but I think I'm getting this figure to look okay. Good night. Sometimes it's funny, the things that you would think would be easier are just so much more difficult as far as figure drawing goes, at least on a personal basis. Yeah, I think where I went wrong in all the others is I really didn't take into account the curvature of the spine and to then apply that towards the figure drawing itself. But I'm feeling a lot better also by the end of this drawing session as far as like my pen control goes. Because it really is it's a bigger jump than I thought it would be to go to this tablet. So, feeling better about it. I think tomorrow I will definitely start on the Denji character model. that I was going to start on today, but I just didn't feel good enough as far as working on this with this tablet. But now I'm feeling pretty good, guys. Okay. See, time-wise, I've got 20 seconds. I'll finish up the mask for this person. The mask being kind of like hairline and the basics of the hair. And I'll show you guys in comparison. Which I probably could have gotten a lot more done on this drawing if I hadn't redrew it so many times, but I just wanted to get it. I wanted to get it right. Alright. Okay. Now I'll double this layer so you guys can see the lines a little bit better on stream. And here was, okay, so this is, let's compare. Let's see how I did. Oops. Let me go back here. Pausing. Okay, so just really quickly, let's see if I can align. Okay. Here we go. All right, here we go, guys. A direct comparison. Man, I don't know why I had so much trouble in this particular pose, but I sure did. Okay. Oops. Okay. So it's not even a difference of time, because the last drawing I had as much time as I did with the other, but let's see here. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find my... I now have so many screens up. There we go. All right. Starting from the left to the right, I think that's honestly a big improvement over time. At least in comparison to the original drawing. The last one, I didn't have the time necessarily to get the musculature in, but I think the pose is a lot more accurate to her, like her figure and form, especially compared to the first one. Gosh, that first one was bad. But yeah, so I got better and better and better as I went along on that one. So awesome, guys. I think for today, we will call it quitsies. Just want to say, if you had fun. Oh no, I clicked on stream over. But if you had fun today, glad you're here. Glad to have you. And feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I'm trying to be on there daily and really just kind of grow this channel as far as just like have fun coming and watching art and getting closer and closer to working on game stuff. So for example, not on stream, but yesterday, I did work on more of the prototype on Unity as far as learning visual programming. So we're getting closer and closer. Today was dedicated to learning how to use this new tablet, which was awesome. And tomorrow will be when we return to Dingy from Chainsaw Man, and we're going to try to make him into a PlayStation 1 3D model, because the goal is kind of what I picture, what I aspire to be is having a studio with multiple artists and designers and coders and all those things that work on games that are revivals of 32-bit gen games, things like PlayStation 1, Sega Saturn, kind of like how the game studio Way Forward is with traditional sprite and illustrated like 2D platformers and beat 'em ups and those kind of things. I love that. I think it's a really cool avenue. There's just like so much to explore with 32-bit games. I think artistically is still open and available there. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be kind of working on in the future, is like making art and assets and games in that style. And tomorrow will be kind of a big step in that, which will be doing a character sheet to bring into Blender and then do 3D modeling like it's in a PlayStation 1 game. But thank you guys so much for being here. I love you. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.